Hey there, fellow adventurers. Step right into the whirlwind world of my travel channel. I'm Carl, part-time traveling musician, maestro, and the rest of the time, I'm the mastermind behind some seriously zany videos, dishing out top-notch tips for globetrotters. And guess what? Sometimes I even transform into a horse. If you're up for a wild ride through my offbeat escapades, hang tight and join the fun.
So I've just come back from the full moon party on Koh Samui, and now I'm in Koh Samui, and it just happens to be one of those rainy days where there's just not too much to do. So I thought I'd make you an episode on how much I've spent in the last week. I know this is widely going to differ for each different person depending on your budget, depending on what kind of trip you want to have, but I just want to show you how I have been doing it. Now, I am vlogging, I am traveling with my film gear and my computer, so most of the time I am staying in private room. Occasionally I have opted to stay in hostels that have private rooms, so I can have the ability to meet people while also have the privacy of my own space, but I'll just give you a quick run through of everything I have so far.
So, here is a full breakdown of the accommodation and places I've stayed while here in my first week. I've spent 383 Australian dollars on my accommodation. That's about 230 to 240 euro or US dollars. And then my taxi, I organized as a pickup from Bangkok airport, which was 24 Australian dollars. Now for my flight, I booked with Jetstar through Skyscanner and I paid 428 Australian dollars. And that included the baggage and the food for the flight. Now there are cheaper flights and I'll show you the cheapest way now to book them and how cheap it can be to fly return from Australia to Thailand. Okay, so just as an example here, I've just set for March next year and I put direct flights only. And now, as you can see, if you have flexible dates, you can find one way as cheap as $265 and almost the same on the way back. And there you go, you can find a flight from say Melbourne to Bangkok direct for $500 Australian return. That's about 300 US or American. Now that is an absolute bargain. I always do recommend make sure you book through the airline that you're actually flying with. Sometimes it may be a little cheaper or expensive, but at least you know if anything goes wrong, you can contact them directly and there's no worries. So a small breakdown of my other costs when it comes to food, clothes, taxis and those kind of things. I spent 50 Australian dollars on clothes and souvenirs, about $50 on taxis, $200 on food and $200 on drinks. That brings me up to about a total of 900 Australian dollars for my first week. Now I could have gone a lot cheaper, but I just did want to splurge a little bit as I just started traveling. As you can see here, you can find apartments or rooms for a lot cheaper online, just to show you on booking.com. So as you can see here, just for a week, it starts at around $50. I mean, that is for a hostel. If you go now to the hotels, you can see it's just over that 100 to 150 Australian dollar mark. These are the more cheaper properties, but if you do want a special, you can find something really cheap.
And I just want to say right now, if you are liking this content, please hit the subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me, as we are a new channel, we're just trying to grow, and I want to show you all the different parts of the world that I get to travel, and that any tips and tricks that I can give you to help you have a better experience while you travel.
Thanks for watching this episode. I hope you've learned something valuable. If you have any tips for me, please feel free to leave a comment. See you next time.